Hey, you guys, welcome to the Soulful Psychic Readings Without the Politics. So I just want to do, well, I'll make it as quick as possible. So it's Saturday. When I post this video, it's Saturday. Okay, let me pull my fan closer. Ah, that's better. I've been fighting with that backdrop for 3 days. Okay, so I need to secure it. All right, so anywho, Saturday when this is posted, and tomorrow Sunday at 10:54 Eastern, I think, p.m., 10 p.m. Eastern, 10:54 p.m. Eastern, 10:54 p.m. Eastern. My goodness, I had a lot of information going through my mind. So sorry. Is our super new moon in Gemini. Okay. Now this, what I'm going to talk about is the mid-June energies, especially concerning Pluto. But there's a couple other things that are happening astrologically tomorrow as well as the super new moon, okay? So first I want to talk about the aspects, and I do have to print this stuff out because I'll go on a tangent. So I need to print this stuff out so it's understandable to a point. I'm not going to read the whole entire thing. All right, so June 2026, super new moon aspects. The new moon is in Gemini, and it peaks on Sunday, June 14th at 10:54 p.m. Eastern. As a super new moon, this lunation amplifies our desire for connection, fresh perspectives, and adaptability. Okay, so it coincides with Mercury. The pre-shadow phase starts tomorrow with Mercury retrograde. So 3 weeks of that, then 3 weeks of retrograde, then three weeks of the post retrograde shadow. Okay. Now everybody doesn't believe in the pre and the post, but I personally feel that because I'm oh, it sounds so arrogant. My spirit team gave me a term today, and I used it for the first time. They gave me super empath. Okay, so I feel things all that means is that I feel things way before and way after. I feel energies way before they arrive and way after. Okay, so anywho, and also because it's a super new moon, again, it's supercharged. Okay, these energies are supercharged. So the Mercury retrograde pre-shadow, and that's in the sign of Cancer, pulls our attention inward, shifting our focus from the outer world to the inner world. Also, communication to processing our own gut feelings. So yeah, so this is about us being consciously aware of how we communicate with other people and why we communicate the way that we do with other people, okay? Which makes sense because Mercury is about communication, travel, finances, and technology, okay? It inspires radical honesty, intense, profound relationship dynamics. So expect certain situations to come up, and not necessarily bad, but certain situations to come up with friends and or family. Okay, take your deep breaths, pause before you respond. We're all going through the same thing. Just remind yourself of that. Everyone, including whoever it is we're disagreeing with or arguing with or whatever, we're all going through the exact same thing. And every individual processes and deals with these changes differently. Okay, but this is a big deal about communication, and not just communication with other people, but communication with ourselves. Self-talk. Learning to change the conversation, the inner conversation. Practicing changing the inner conversation so that we can change the outer conversation when it's time to do so. Okay, so stuff may hit the fan. And it may not. Everyone's different. Okay, so then we have Neptune and Uranus connections, and Venus forms are trying to Neptune and Aries. Okay, and Aries is the action, right? It's a self. It's about self, and it's also about action. All right, Neptune, Aries, and sextile to Uranus in Gemini. So that's two things going on in Gemini. All right. Needing to maintain our boundaries. A lot of us struggle with that. And this time can be very overwhelming. It's a potent time to set intentions related to writing, learning, and expanding your voice, working on your throat chakra, while also being mindful of communication. Full pause as Mercury prepares to go retrograde. So set those intentions, okay? It's new moon. Set your intentions, okay? Supercharged. So it won't take much effort. Set your intentions. But do not plan to start any new projects right now. Well, you might be able to do it now, but I wouldn't try it in the next week or so. Because you might have to go back and redo it. Okay? Now, while all this is happening, all these astrological things are happening, we have Pluto in retrograde until I think it's the 10th of October, 19th, something like that. I have it written down somewhere. I don't remember exactly. It doesn't matter. It's till October. So Mercury, Pluto in retrograde, introspection, shadow work, deep psychological metamorphosis. Instead of manifesting as loud external chaos, it shifts inward, forcing us to confront our truths, reassess our power dynamics, not just ours, but other people's, and the way we relate to those and respond to those, and release patterns that no longer serve. Now, I did have something written down here. So altogether, this time here, now the reading's going to be based on Pluto retrograde, the energies of that for the next couple of weeks, okay, mid-June. So what I wrote down is rest. That's what retrogrades are for. Shadow work, introspection, and release. Okay? Got to get the old stuff out of us before we can bring the new stuff in. A human body can only hold so much energy. That's why we can't hold the negative stuff, or the bad juju, I call it, and bring in the good juju as well, because our bodies can only hold so much energy. They would literally explode. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what your Moonology card is. I do, when I remember, I like to pull these out when we're having a new moon or a full moon. So new moon in Gemini, think it through. Exactly what was being said. Pause. Okay. Let me gather up my cards here. All right. So what we're going to pull are some cards from our Luna's. Kuromi. I love Kuromi. I love her. She's naughty. We're just going to pull a few cards about concerning the energy around Pluto retrograde, mid-June. All right. I did shuffle, but they always want me to shuffle once more if I don't do it on camera. All right, you guys. Let's see what's going on. All right. The Hanged Man. Yep. Introspection. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, now the Queen of Pentacles is methodical. All right. So we're being asked to take our time. It's not a race. We may get to one goal, but there's always one after that, and one after that, and one after that. And you are going to have people around you who think that their spiritual upliftment or their ascension is a race or it's a competition, and it's not. No one is better than anybody. Doesn't matter what they're doing or how awful they are. Not one person is better than another. Just because someone vibrates higher than another person doesn't make that person who vibrates higher, at a higher level, doesn't make them better than the person who does not. We're all a direct piece of source. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is happy home, happy family. Well, notice that's in the distance. So what we're going to be doing is going to lead to this. More happiness. And then we have the Queen of Wands. That's two queens. That's a lot of feminine energy we got going there. Queen of Wands, that's fiery action. She takes action quickly. She doesn't hesitate. She's passionate about it. Okay. Now that's not referring to taking action towards when somebody makes you angry. That's talking about taking action for yourself. Don't hesitate. Take the action that is needed for the changes that are coming. If you really crave change, change is hard, okay? Whether you promote the change or whether the universe forces the change on you. And the universe will do for us what we can't do for ourselves. So you're being asked not to hesitate. Go ahead and move forward. Of course, you know, you can take it easy. Take it easy on yourself, mostly. Because times of change, when we're doing introspection, we can be kind of hard on ourselves. So don't do that. You're not doing anything wrong. You're doing everything exactly the way you're supposed to be doing it at any given moment. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands. That's about making choices. So are we going to choose to go with the change that we are being offered? The opportunity for the change that we are being offered? She's looking out over the horizon. Or are we going to choose to stay stuck in the 3D? And again, the 3D, 4D, 5D, those are energetic spaces. They're not anything, that's not the outer world. The 3D, 4D, 5D, that's inner. That's our inner world. Staying in our joy as much as possible is 4 and 5D. All right, then we have Justice. Okay, so whatever is coming to us is what we're going to get. What kind of energy are we putting out there? And then we have the Three of Cups. This is good. That's celebration. So, you're being guided to interact with other people. Have fun. Stay in the moment. Stay in the now. And then we have the Ten of Cups. That's a beautiful thing. That is emotional fulfillment or the end of emotional turmoil. Letting go can bring that to us. Letting go of the past, letting go of old patterns. Allowing the new energies to come in, to integrate. And oh, this is beautiful. The Sun card is always going to be, the Sun card is always a positive card no matter what. No matter what the reading is about. Well, the Sun is about abundance. The Sun is about renewal. The Sun is about growth. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, new emotional beginnings. Then we have the Star. Renewed faith. Balance. Hope. That can also refer to intentions. Putting those intentions out there. We have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords moves swiftly through any situation. Swords are also about mental clarity. intellect, truth. And then we have the 8 of coins. That's about the changes that we allow to come to us, the changes we allow in, okay, and learning to adapt to those changes. And then we have the King of Wands. King of Wands is not afraid to move forward, to take action. And that is the energy we need to be in. Okay, we have 2. We have Judgment. That's your awakening, our awakening. Waking up to ourselves as spiritual beings. Maybe we're already awake to ourselves as spiritual beings, but giving ourselves an upgrade to that awakening. And then we have the 5 of Cups. Now, she's focusing on the 3 cups that are spilled, that are gone. She's focusing on loss. There are other opportunities there for us. That's that new energy if we allow it to come in. And the 3 of Wands. Taking action on the choices that we made with the 2 of Wands. All right, Spirit Team, give us one more. Make it a good one. The Hierophant. Whatever you're doing, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You have the universe's blessing. I also see the Hierophant as a higher calling. All right, you guys. That's that. That was pretty good. So that's the energies for the next couple of weeks. Take a deep breath. Take a lot of them. I suggest doing it first thing in the morning as soon as you wake up. As soon as you wake up and you're aware of your surroundings. I mean, it takes me hours to wake up. But I suggest doing it at some point during the day, every day. And if you need to do it more than once, have at it. Gotta do what you gotta do. But you keep yourself I don't want to say grounded, because we talk about being grounded all the time, and of course there's times when we need to be grounded, but when we are leveling up on our spiritual awakening, on our ascension, it's okay sometimes to just spend our energy in the ether. It's okay to do that, because to me it's more important to connect to spirit, to God, the universe, source, sometimes, than it is to keep ourselves planted in the 3D. Okay? All right, you guys. Much love, many blessings. I see you in the funny papers.